Hello and welcome to the morning report scoreboard for January 25th, 2024. I am Zach Beamish, and let's get started here with the NHL scores from yesterday. Starting with Arizona losing 6-2 to the Florida Panthers in a game that saw two fights in the first 10 seconds of the game. Matthew Tkachuk had 2 goals and 3 points. Carter Verhaeghe had 3 assists for the win for the Panthers. Toronto defeated Winnipeg by a score of 1-0 in the overtime period. Austin Matthews with the overtime game winner there. His 39th goal of the season, leads all players. Ilya Samsonov had the 32-save shutout. Meanwhile, Laurent Brossoit was perfect for about 64 minutes before getting up the goal. He had 39 saves. Carolina defeated Boston by a score 3-2. Teuvo Teravainen, Turbo, had a goal and 2 points. Sebastian Aho had 2 assists. Brad Marchand had 2 goals in the loss for the Bruins. Colorado defeated Washington by a score of 6-2. Really, Colorado only needed 2 players. Nathan MacKinnon, 4 goals, all consecutive, 5 points. Mikko Rantanen had 1 goal, 5 points. And Cale Makar had their other goal. He now leads all Avalanche players all time, the franchise record for for goals from a defenseman with 76. Seattle defeated Chicago by a score of 6-2. Thomas Tatar with 2 goals. Jared McCann had a goal and 2 points. The Chicago Blackhawks have lost 18 straight on the road. That's nearly the record. St. Louis defeated Vancouver by a score of 4-3 in the overtime period. Brayden Schenn with the overtime game winner there. Jake Neighbors had a goal and 2 points. Vancouver was down in the third period, came back due to 3 goals in the third from P.S. Suter with a hat trick, but they couldn't quite finish it in the end. Lastly, Buffalo defeated LA by a score of 5-3. JJ Petrarca with 2 goals and 3 points. Jack Quinn has a goal and 3 points as LA blew a late lead. It's the first time Buffalo's come back from a lead, from a deficit of 2 or more. The Kings have lost 12 of their last 14. It's not been looking good for LA. That didn't get changed. Oh well. I don't know why that didn't get changed. Here, let's see if I can fix that real fast. While I'm trying to fix that, we'll look at the Atlantic Division. Right now, Boston still very, very, very much at the top of everything, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. 7 points over Florida. Just seems like Boston doesn't quite feel like going away anytime soon. And whether that's a good or bad thing, I guess that's really up to you. Meanwhile, looking down there, that kind of dogfight between Toronto, Detroit, and Tampa Bay. Toronto, that was a huge win for them. Can't really be overstated how big that win was for them. Just kind of keep themselves in the playoff spot, or in the playoff hunt, while hunting down Tampa Bay. Of course, 3 games in hand for Toronto. Really is going to help them quite a bit. And then there at the bottom, Montreal has been in a rough spot. Buffalo, nice win, but still not looking great. Ottawa has had a rough season. As we now will go over with actuality to the upcoming games, now that I have them correct. Live stuff. Arizona taking on Tampa Bay at 7. Hard-fought game. Hard-fought loss for Arizona there yesterday. Boston is in Ottawa. The Islanders take on Montreal. Patrick Law returning to Montreal. That's always interesting. Philadelphia will take on Detroit. New Jersey is in Carolina. Anaheim is in Dallas. Nashville is in Minnesota. Chicago takes on Edmonton. Edmonton looking for their 15th straight win. And Columbus is in Calgary. Going over to the NHL leading scores. And that also didn't get changed? Okay. I'm not quite sure, necessarily, what was going on here. I thought we were updated. We are updated over here. Just know that it is very much Nathan MacKinnon at the top of the standings right now. We look at the NHL Hot 15, which is updated, fortunately enough. I'm not quite sure what went wrong here, but we'll fix it for tomorrow. Nathan MacKinnon, 10 goals, 11 assists, 21 points. A 5-point night will do that for you. But still, absolutely ju- just Hart Trophy deserving play there from Nathan McKinnon, and Matthew Tkachuk not far behind, only 1 point behind, 9 goals, 11 assists, and 20 points in his last 10. He has been phenomenal, kind of really finally turning the corner on this season. So the CCHL game that we were going to highlight, well, we highlighted as upcoming yesterday, did get delayed, so we have no CCHL results. We do have the game that should be happening today. Granted, weather does not get in the way like it did yesterday. Kentville in Cornwall to take on the Colts at 7:30. If we look at the CCHL standings, the last team we'll look at for today, Kentville, very much in a fighting for a playoff spot right now, trying to kind of get themselves in there, fighting off Ottawa. Meanwhile, Cornwall, with a win, will tie Navan at the top of the Eisman division, granted with 2 games more played than the Navan grads had. So a bit of a misnomer right there. But that's going to do it for a slightly rough scoreboard for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great